What's up, tubers? It's James here, and I've been debating which way I should do this, whether it should be the countdown or the fresh review, and I literally have just come back from a second viewing of Endgame, and it should go in order. This is welcome to a fresh movie review for Avengers Endgame. Spoilers for those who haven't seen it. It's been out for a week. Already $1.66 billion, 1.3 billion in 4 days, or whatever it was. No one was waiting. Everyone was excited. And now it's finally time to talk about it. Spoilers. You can't go off of me for now that I'm going to review it. I've waited. I have kept my mouth shut. I've fanboyed, geeked out, cried. I will admit I have cried. The last two Avengers movies, I have cried my eyes out. But spoilers ahead. So, Endgame. Hold on. Endgame. Where the fuck are you, you son of a bitch? Endgame. Are you really gonna make me type it in? And just there. Oh, what? Thank you. This goes for 3 fucking hours. Whoo! And you need to watch Infinity War before watching this one. Although it flows really well, in my opinion, for a 3-hour movie. Usually you're like, how long does it go for? Blah blah blah. Do I have do I have to pay attention to this? But no, everything is in its place for a reason. Flows really well. I can tell you the cast if you want. It's gonna take a while. I'll say first we've got our main Avengers with Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, and Jeremy Renner. Now, Jeremy Renner wasn't in Infinity War. Now, if you know, I joked that he was in Tag. And while everyone else was, fighting Thanos and all that, he was playing tag like a lazy bastard. But no. So those are the main Avengers. Then we have Don Cheadle, Paul Rudd, Brie Larson, Karen Gillian, Zoe Saldana, Josh Brolin, then we have... No, that's pretty much... Oh, Bradley Cooper, sorry. Gwyneth Paltrow. Yes. And the rest show up a bit later when they all get revived. Benedict Cumberbatch and everything as well. I loved it. When I first watched it, I gave it a 10, but now that I have had time to calm down, stop geeking out, and really think about it, I give it an 8.5. Mostly because, one, the Stan Lee cameo was kind of shitty. It's just it was more thought out of in Captain Marvel than it was in this one. It was just okay. The logic of Black Widow and Hawkeye wanting to get the Soul Stone, and one of them you have to die to get the Soul Stone, and being that Jeremy Renner still has a family if they fucking click into existence, the obvious choice should be Black Widow. You fucking dickhead. The and what else? Just the yes, those were my annoyances, and the fact that Captain Marvel was a bit more of a hindsight factor in this one. Like she's hyped up to be the most powerful Avenger, or powerful in Marvel Universe, and basically shows up at the last moments of the movie. It's just like, oh, okay. And the only interesting thing she's done within 5 years is shave her head a bit. It's like, sweet, cool, whatever. Oh, I mean, but apart from those nitpicky bits, wow, this was hilarious, action-packed, emotional, fucking amazing. Like I said, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll feel, you'll hype up the fact that you're watching one of those events fold out in movie form. Like we always want something like that in either our TV shows, our games, our fucking books or whatever. Fucking but this is one of those movie events in a rarity that it's just like everyone wants to talk about or whatever, but you can't quite yet because you'll be the asshole. But the start of the movie, fucking Hawkeye's family disappears. It's like, oh shit. Then it goes on to Tony in space with Nebula, and he is so anemic and thin and disgusting. Like he survived. He survived the battle with Thanos, and he's basically survived the infection that you got the cut from and all that shit. And he's skinny and anemic, and there's no more food or water or air, and he knows he's dying. It's like fuck. But then I'll get sorted out by Captain Marvel showing up. So cool. And then So the first, I'll say probably the first 20 minutes, probably the first 10 minutes of Avengers of Endgame is basically, oh look, we saved Tony. Oh look, we're trying to get over that the world is gone. That Thanos has destroyed half the universe. Oh look, we know where Thanos is, and so they go and kill him. And it's just like, okay. It felt like one of those, but it said 5 years later. So, the Ant-Man comes back into the picture, and this turns into a time travel movie, and it becomes hilarious from there. Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner has formed Hulk into one, so he's Hulk, but he's smart, but he's able to talk and act like Bruce Banner, which is funny. Steve is a counselor, I think, or like talking about grief and everything. Black Widow is basically the head of Avengers, kind of in a way. Just keeping an eye on what's happening in the universe, what's happening in the world, and all that stuff. Apparently Hawkeye was going off his shit and killing everyone, which is like, okay. So the fact that he wanted to kill himself to get the Soul Stone makes sense because all the mafias are after him. But, whatever. And Tony and Pepper Potts have had a kid, a daughter. So everyone's set in the ways. But Ant-Man shows up. He comes back from the quantum realm after 5 years, which technically for him is 5 hours. It gets weird, but yes. And then we get to, we have to bring back everyone to go back in time and figure stuff out. And, Chris Hemsworth. He makes Thor look awesome as Thor is fat. He looks like the dude from The Big Lebowski, and it's like, holy fucking shit. The fact that Chris Hemsworth, hopefully he got fat for the role, but the fact that he was willing to do that, to have a laugh at himself, is so funny. But, yes. So, this is a time travel movie. And we've got 3 points of time. We got 2012, 13, and 14. 2012 is in New York. 2013... where was 2013? In space again, I think. And 2014 was in space as well. In Asgard, sorry, in 2013. The banter between everyone is so good. Behind the scenes is even better because you get to see that how Hydra worked as well and all that stuff. Captain America had to pretend to be with Hydra, which is fucking funny, and all that. The 2014 timeline worked out that when Nebula went to get the one of the Infinity Stones that Chris Hemsworth was Star-Lord was getting, she was technically connected to her past self, and it all unraveled that Thanos knew what was happening because it was just like, oh shit. It's like, so there was gonna be some fucked upness in the timeline, and the mission was gonna go perfect. Obviously it's not, because when in 2012 the Blue Stone, Loki takes it as Tony gets knocked out by the Hulk. It's like, oh god damn it. But yeah, like I said, everyone, it's funny, it's great. Watching Thanos in commander mode is excellent because it shows how he doesn't give a shit about his own people. During the battle that everyone shows up for, they get all the Infinity Stones, they do what they need to do. We get a bit emotional because Black Widow is dead. It's like, fucking shit. But Hulk puts on the gauntlet first, does a snap thing, brings back all the rest of the Half-Life that was gone, and then wakes up and sees a ship, Thanos' ship, and it blows up the Avengers thing, and then it's basically Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor against Thanos, and that is a fucking awesome battle. It shows how he strategizes and all that stuff. And the interesting thing that he says it wasn't personal, but when he gets really mad, it's just like, okay, fuck you, I'm just going to go for it. And we get to see Captain America lift up Mjolnir. He is worthy. It's like, holy shit. And then, Thanos is just too powerful. He just keeps on battling the fuck out of you. It's like, oh my god. But then, as his armies appear, as it looks like the world is about to end, Captain America gets something in his ear from Falcon. Everyone is brought back, and you see in the background Doctor Strange's portals open up. Fucking everyone is coming through. That's where I geeked out. That's where I cried. It's like, oh shit, fucking everyone is brought back. Fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, Black Panther, everyone and everyone. I was just like, holy fucking shit, this lad. What would have pissed me off if this was like um, a tease. It's like as everyone is as all the enemies are facing off and all the good guys are facing off, and Captain America says, "Avengers, assemble!" Is like they ran toward each other, and cut to black. That was shit me. Like you would get fucking raged, but everyone shows up, everyone fights. It's one of the best things ever. If you're not crying, if you're not hyped up, you're not feeling. You don't deserve to enjoy this. But yes, and one of the best things is all the female Avengers team up to kick the living shit out of Thanos to try and get the gauntlet to the time portal, and it's just like it's just a powerful female Avenger moment. It's like holy shit. It's also a nod to the Hollywood out there that yes, all the women can do whatever the men can fucking do. It's just like ha ha. Like I said, the shit thing was the only one that was missing was Black Widow, but she died earlier on. But still, and just inches a fucking way as they were about to go to the time portal, Thanos fucking throws his sword into the thing and it blows the time portal up. So it's like, well, shit, where do we go from here? And then he's like, okay, rain down supreme. I don't give a shit. And he does basically a suicide mission, fucking one for all. If I can't have it, no one's having it. And it's like, oh god. And then Tony looks at Doctor Strange and is like, it's that moment. So he and Thanos fight for the gauntlet. Thanos wins that, snaps his finger, and is just like, I am inevitable. Looks and there's no stones, and it's the nanobots have gone onto Tony's glove, and it's like, yeah, well and as he is charging, am Iron Man. Fucking clicks his fingers, and you're like, whoo! And all the fucking enemies turn to dust. Oh, and I mean, it took a lot out of Tony. He does die. Oh, it's just, and the fact that Peter Parker is just trying to talk to him like, Mr. Stark, we won. It's just like we've won it, and it's just like he's not responding. It's just like, and then Pepper's like, Friday, let it go, and just see Tony's light fade to black. It's like, Then we have a nice funeral for Tony with a bit of a monologue from himself saying like, oh yes, like, I know that we're going to struggle with this battle, but hopefully all goes well if all goes right and everyone's all fine and dandy, blah, blah, blah. And you sort of see the Guardians, the Hawkeye's family, Black Panther's family looking up at the stars and all that. And as the funeral goes, it shows the Avengers, it shows Spider-Man, it just goes along the path of each franchise, the Guardians franchise, Black Panther franchise, Ant-Man franchise, the Captain Marvel franchise. Just everyone is there paying respects to Tony Stark as he started the MCU. He died for the MCU, and he's going out with respect. And then Captain America, they had to bring the stones back in time to their proper places. Captain America goes back in time, and Hulk tries to bring it back, but Captain America wants to stay back in the past with Peggy Carter. And he grows old with her, and he shows up as an old man, gives the shield to Falcon to make him the new Captain America. And Thor goes off with the Guardians. So Guardians 3 is hopefully going to have fat Thor. So I'm looking forward to that. So I give this, after geeking out and all that stuff, and a week and all that stuff to calm down and really think about it, an 8.5. Loved it, cried, felt, got excited, hyped up. One of the best events of all time, of the current millennium or whatever. Can't wait to see what Marvel does after this. Yes. So, what did you guys think of the movie? So personally, I felt like Rocket should have had a bit more time on screen as well. Like it was very. He wasn't there that much, but it was like, oh well. So, and yes, do you think they ended like they did all that well? I like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me if you geeked out or not. Tell me if you cried. Tell me if you feel. Tell me if you cheered. If you got excited at certain bits. And thank you. And like I said, this was a lot of spoilers. And just geeking out.